Hello and welcome. My name is Stuart Murray. I am the Business Centre leader for FlexCom here in the UK. And I've been asked to record this video because I've been asked, in fact, I've been challenged by my team to produce something that's really on one page that can explain the overall business model. Because we basically have FlexCom that's operating as the distributor, the exclusive distributor in the market of the weeCONOMY brand, which is all around. This is our brand that's all around our offline marketplace. And now we're launching during the course of September our online marketplace through the brand YuByYu. And this is an established proposition. It already has over 300 big brands sitting within the site and over 10 million products. And this month we're going to be fusing the two of those together. And it really does extend our whole proposition. And actually it's very exciting because our overall goal here is around helping independent businesses, and we're now giving something to those businesses that doesn't exist in the marketplace that's very exciting, that gives them a unique advantage over other retailers who are not participating in this model. And also it allows the offline retailers, the bricks and mortar independent retailers, to compete with the large national and multinationals. So let's take you through this presentation. It's literally on one page. This call will really take about 10-15 minutes to take you through this. So I'll go through super quick, but also you want to take plenty of notes. And also this will be something that you'll want to refer to, maybe come back and watch again. If you're watching this on YouTube or you're part of my database, you'll be able to get a download to this as well, where you can get the slide I'm going to share with you next, which you can then print out and use if you like as an aid memoir. And this is very much going to appeal to existing team members who want to get up to speed on the overall business model. It will also appeal to people who are looking to join us, and we've got new people joining us every single week, because it will give them a very clear understanding, give you a very clear understanding on the overall business model. Also, it will appeal to retailers who may be thinking, well, do I want to come on board at the basic entry level at €99, or do I want to look at getting more involved and maybe participating at a higher level, where you're having a bigger contribution and bigger rewards from participating within this business. So any of those three types of people are more than welcome to really soak up everything I'm going to share with you now and to benefit from it. So let's take you into that without further ado, and I will be really delighted to share with you over the next 10-15 minutes what this is all about. So as I said right at the beginning, this is about how we're bringing together both the offline world and the online world through these combined brands. So if you put yourself in the position of a business, so imagine this is your business, and this could be a high street business, an independent business that's out there in the marketplace selling all sorts of different types of products. There's literally hundreds of different types of businesses that we can help here, and it doesn't even need to be one that's got a physical premises. It could be a mobile business as well, like a taxi company as well. There's all sorts of different types of businesses that can benefit here. But the thing you'll like to have here is existing customers. You're obviously not going to be in business long without having a customer base of some description. But many businesses don't even have a database of their customers. So if those customers stop walking through the door tomorrow, that would put your business at a lot of risk if you don't have a means of communicating with those customers, and also you don't have strategies in place that are working in the market today to bring those customers back through the door. And what we're offering here is absolutely a solution to do that, to help engage more with your existing customers. And they can do that through a mobile app. We have an app called the weapp, where the customers can come in and earn cash back and get small rewards for shopping in your business over and above your competitors. And if they haven't got a smartphone, they can also have a card as well. And the card can even be, as I'll show you in a minute, a branded loyalty card, which makes it a super powerful proposition, because that can sit in the wallets or in the purse or in the pockets of your own customers. Now, obviously, any business wants to have new customers. And once a customer joins weeCONOMY, which is completely free, we incentivize them to share the app, to share their accounts and the whole business with their friends. And we reward them by giving them a percentage of their friends' cashback. So anybody they share the app with, we give them a little percentage back that then rewards them and incentivizes them to do that. And they can do that one of a couple of ways. They can either do it through the mobile app, where they can either have a friend scan a QR code if they're standing right in front of them, or they can press a button and share their account details via any means like social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all that kind of stuff, also through SMS and also email. So any communication method or channel they have on their phone, they'll be able to share that account really easily. And because not everybody has a smartphone, we also allow them to share it through the card. Every card's got a unique QR code on it for each customer, and they'll use that as part of the transactions, but they can also use that to share their account. And to give you an idea in terms of numbers, over the last few months, month on month, we're seeing between 11 and 12% increase in customers every single month. In July, for instance, we had about 200,000 customers activating accounts through the system. And we know that's growing with the pipeline of deals we've got in place. And we've had even individual instances, individual events like football clubs and festivals where we've had around 30,000 customers join on a single day in a single event. So these numbers are going to continue to grow as we implement this business model and as some of these bigger deals start coming into fruition. In terms of some of the other benefits to the retailers, I mentioned the cards. Well, the retailer can have a branded card. So that whole area of yellow there, the retailer can literally customize and put anything they want in there. So it's then advertising their business 24/7 into their customers through their wallets. And that's extremely powerful, particularly when you compare it to really any other type of traditional media and around how effective they are. If you're looking at newspaper and leaflets and things like that, and even social media. And some of the benefits to the retailer here is they are featuring on our mobile app. So it means the customers, if they're looking for your business or they're looking for goods and services, will find them on a map. And then when they find your business, and it can have keywords on it and all this sort of stuff around the different products you offer, when they find your business, you can have photos there, description, your opening hours, all your contact details, all of that the business gets for free, even at the entry-level pricing of €99. So, and there's no monthly hosting associated with this. And you have full access to your account, so you can update the images there with special offers and whatever you want. And literally, you press save, and that information will be uploaded on our servers. A new customer can open the app, find your business, and they'll see that new offer there instantly. So it means if you're wanting to do an offer that day or that week or that month, you're in control of your business. There's nobody to ring up and to find, to have someone else do it for you. You can literally do a different offer every morning if you wanted to. The other things here as well is around the branding. The branding that's on the card, we also replicate into the app. So it means that a customer opens up the app and they'll see your logo, they see your company details, and they'll see your special offers and adverts that you might be running. And that's great because it means every time they spend money, even if it's not in your business, but in another business, they will see your account details. What's also powerful here is in the line above, you can see there are new customers. It means that when a customer shares the app with their friends or shares the account with their friends, your details, your branding passes from friend to friend to friend. So that's brilliant because it means new customers that maybe never setting your foot in your door before will see your branding and see your promotions inside the app. And a customer can only register with a business once. So there's a distinct advantage here for businesses to get involved and to start introducing their customers early, because they're going to reap the long-term benefits of this as the business grows. And let me show you the way it's going to grow. In terms of numbers, and this number here, 34%, is actually the lowest level in the last few months. We've been growing between 30 and 40%. 44% is the maximum we've seen in the last few months. This is month-on-month retailer activations. So it meant that if last month it was 100 retailers were active, this month it would have been 134, and so on. So 30 to 40% increase month-on-month over the last few months. So we can see our strategy really working here. And this is only going to get bigger because all of the figures I'm reporting here only relate to the offline world. The online world's coming on board this month. But basically, we have the offline world, which is weeCONOMY, which is we, and we're already live in 24 countries, over 24 countries. And customers can then go and shop in those businesses and earn cash back. And very soon they'll be able to shop in our online world, which is basically a portal where we're bringing together lots of big brands like Sky and Europcar and a whole host of other brands, Booking.com, big brands that people recognize. And these companies are then offering a cashback, percentage cashback on transactions, which will then come into the customer's account. And then the customer will be able to spend that money in the offline world. So it's driving, if you like, more revenue into independent businesses in the offline world. But customers will be able to come in later this month during September and start spending money in our online world through our brand YuByYu. And this is really going to open up, because it now means it doesn't matter where a customer is, and it doesn't even matter if there are retailers on the ground in that area, because they'll be able to shop online with big brands and save money every time. You know, for me, the concept of a voucher code sites will not be needed for customers that are using weeCONOMY and shopping in YuByYu, because they'll save money on every single purchase. They won't have to go hunting around on the internet for voucher codes and things like that. So imagine a scenario here where a customer goes into a business in weeCONOMY and they spend £100 and they get typically the average cashback's around 5%. So let's say go in, they spend £100 and they get 5% cashback. What does that mean from the retailer's perspective, from the business that's introduced that customer? Well, you get through the distribution key a commission of between 10 and 20%, depending upon which license you have. And what that means is you're typically going to get a commission of 60 pence on that transaction. So a customer goes out, one of your customers goes out that you've introduced into the system, and you'll get a commission back on it. And that's phenomenal, because it suddenly means your business is now getting paid for introducing customers into the system every time they spend money, regardless of where they spend money. And where this is going to open right up is that your customers will soon then be able to spend money online as well. So they'll be able to spend money in big brands like Sky and O2 and Booking.com. And there's over 300 brands already in there. In the UK, we'll look to have up to 1,000 different online retailers in the store, and the same across the whole of Europe and in other parts of the world. So it means that a bricks and mortar business, which could be a small butcher's or a restaurant or a taxi firm, could be introducing their customers into this system, and they will then benefit when those customers spend money not just offline but also online in these big brands. So it means that this is helping support the high street, support independent businesses, and support the local economy where you're introducing these customers. Now, on the online world, we're typically seeing cashback actually up to 20%. So here I'm giving you an example where a customer spends £100 and gets 10% cashback. The commission then back to the business is £1.20. And this is phenomenal. This business model doesn't exist anywhere. And you know, you can have a scenario where someone renews their Sky package, is paying a regular monthly amount, they get their cashback, and a commission will then go in every single month, month on month, to the business that introduced that customer. Or for instance, you could have a customer goes and buys a high ticket item like a holiday, spends £2,000 on a holiday and gets 10 or 20% cashback on it, and that commission will then, you know, result in going back into the business. Obviously the customer gets their cashback too, so they're happy, but the business introduced that customer is going to be pretty happy when one of their customers goes out and spends £2,000 on a holiday, particularly if it's a small business that's doing, you know, fairly low value transactions relative to this sort of spend online. This is where it gets really interesting though, because there's actually another line that comes in here, because all the new customers that are recommended by your existing customers, and it doesn't matter how many times that recommendation happens, it can happen unlimited number of times. Basically all those new customers from all the sharing of the app and sharing of their accounts will equally result in a commission, the same commission flowing into the business. So you're not just getting a commission from your existing customers, you're getting it from new customers as well. And that's not just on the offline, but it's also on the online spend. And that's phenomenal, because these are people that have never set foot in your business before. And obviously, hopefully some of them will, so you'll get some new revenue directly into your business too. But on top of that, it's going to generate a completely new revenue stream. And I know, having spoken to businesses, there's lots of businesses that have, you know, quiet times of the week if you're looking at restaurants, but there's also businesses that have quiet times of the year, you know, where they have a seasonal businesses. I was speaking only recently to a bowling alley. They're really busy during the winter months when the weather's not so good. As soon as it gets to summer and warmer months, everyone wants to be outside, so the bowling alley is just dead. The flip side to that is if you're speaking to a bike shop, their busiest time of the year is during the warmer months, because that's when everyone's out on their bike. The winter months, that's when they put the bike in the shed and it doesn't come out. So these kind of businesses are really going to benefit from this business model. And in terms of transactions, purely in the offline world, transactions over the last few months, and this is the lowest figure over the last couple of months, is basically between 70 and 80% increase month on month through the system. So whilst the customer numbers is fairly modest, 11 to 12% increase over the last few months, the transaction volumes are actually much higher, which is great from our perspective, because it says to us that our customers are spending more money and looking for more opportunities to spend more money through the system. So it's really quite phenomenal. And this is before we've got started with our online world through YuByYu. And also when we look at the branded cards, I know a lot of countries only went live with this over the summer. And so we're still at a relatively early stage there before lots and lots of cards are actually hitting the market. So for the second half of this year, as we get into the end of 2015, these numbers are going to really ramp up. So let's take you through the products then. And this product applies to anybody, but I'm going to split it into two, because you've got on the left-hand side those products that relate more to retailers or associations. So you could be like a club or a charity or a school. On the right-hand side relates more to a reseller or a team member. And what's key here is a retailer or an association can also be a reseller. They can also be somebody that's helping to grow the business more quickly by introducing other businesses or other organizations that would be interested in participating in this. Our whole business grows through referral. We don't spend huge amounts of money advertising on TV and other traditional media. We don't need to, because when people see how powerful this business model is, they want to participate in it and they want to share it with other people and to benefit from that. And you know, we're seeing whole areas, whole towns and other areas get behind this and seeing the benefit of doing so, because it benefits the whole of their local economy, particularly if they're out there, if you like, reselling it and recommending it to adjoining cities or adjoining businesses. So let's take you through it. We have a number of different packages. So on the left-hand side, we're kind of starting at the basic level, and a retailer can come on board by downloading the wePOS app and activating that for 99 euros. So this is like the base entry-level price for a retailer, and they get the full benefits of what you're seeing here. So they can have their existing customers participate. They can also introduce new customers, and they get all the other retailer benefits I'm showing you there at the bottom around the fact that customers can see them on the mobile app, and also you know, they'll have their listing on the app with their photos and all that kind of stuff. The only thing they don't get is the branding, because the branding side specifically relates to those businesses or organizations that have cards. But at an entry level, this is very powerful. And I've got 10% here next to the wePOS app, because basically that relates to the commission the retailer gets for introducing customers. And so that's the 10% you can see there from the distribution key. So in that example, that would result in a 30p commission through the offline world and a 60p commission through the online world, because that's the 10% figure I've shown you before. Next up from that though, a business can purchase a wePOS terminal. So this is a terminal that we manufacture, and that's typically priced at around 390 euros. The full list price on that, I think, is more like 599 euros or 899 euros. But right now you can see it priced lower than that. And it works on the same basis as the wePOS app. The difference is that you get a higher commission rate. So you're getting 20%, basically double the commission compared to the wePOS app. But it has all the other benefits that I referred to that you can see underneath. Next up on that, and that's just for businesses that are really serious about introducing as many customers as possible, as quickly as possible, and they really want to kind of get that brand out there in the market. This is the branded CCC cards, or branded cards. And these cards, and CCC stands for Corporate Customer Concept, but these cards, you can put any image you want on that within that yellow area. We have co-branded ones as well, which basically are the orange ones. So there you can get 500 cards co-branded at 590 euros. Or if you are getting to 1,000 or more, which are the better option, you can get fully branded cards, and that's for 1,210 euros. And basically that would be either the yellow one where you can replace that whole area with your own logo and images, or it could be the one behind the sort of green, the bluey one there, which applies more for charities, clubs and schools, associations, those organizations that may want to have the cards paid for by a third party, by a sponsor or by another business. And that business can then advertise on that card and get an advertising benefit by being associated with that association. So on the left there, or what you're seeing here, what relates to retailers or associations, let's look at the reseller side. Now, what's important here is to highlight that everything you see here is in addition to, everything on the top right-hand corner will be in addition to what you see on the left. So for instance, if you are a retailer, basically the commissions you'd get would be not just what you see on the left, but also what you see on the top right. And that's really important because for a little bit more investment, you have the opportunity to benefit at a much higher level from a commission perspective because you're helping grow the business and you can benefit from that. So the basic levels come in here is through a license we have called the BOTM Basic. BOTM stands for Blue Ocean Team Member. And that basic package at the moment costs 390 euros. And that then attracts a 10% commission in addition to the commission you can see on the left. And that 10% relates to those customers directly introduced through that license, or basically introduced by retailers that are positioned and introduced directly through that BOTM Basic license. So it means, for instance, if you're a retailer and you recommend this to other retailers, let's say they just want to come on board and buy some of the branded cards or buy a terminal or the app, anybody that buys those products on the left, you would then get a 10% commission on the customers they introduce through their accounts. So you'd get an override on what they do. So if they go and buy 1,000 customer cards, you'd then get an override on those 1,000 cards, which is that 10% commission. And that's pretty phenomenal because what you're doing is then incentivized to recommend this to other businesses as well as implementing it in your own business. Next package up from that, and this is for businesses that are more serious, this is called the BOTM Premium. And basically this has 500 co-branded cards within it, plus also has a WePOS terminal. And here you attract 2 commissions. So the 20% commission relates to the customer side, and those are customers introduced directly through this license or through retailers that you connect through this license. And then the second one, the 10%, that relates to all revenue that's gone through or goes through that terminal. So when basically other businesses, customers spend money through that POS terminal, you're then earning a commission back through it. Now that could be placed in another business or it could be in your own business. It doesn't matter, but you're getting a commission back on that. And obviously team members who maybe aren't retailers, aren't businesses, can also have this license, and then they can basically have the benefit of the commission and place either the cards or the terminals into retailers and benefit from that too. And the final license, and this is for people that are really serious, this is the BOTM Premium Plus. And here you're attracting the highest level of commission, you're getting the biggest benefits. So here you're getting 1,000 fully branded CCC cards, you're getting 2 WePOS terminals, and here the commissions you're getting is 20% on the customer side and also 20% of everything that goes through those POS terminals. So if you're a team member and those 2 POS terminals are placed in a business and that business simply wants to participate by having the terminals in their business, they don't want to participate at a higher level, then as a team member, you're going to get a commission that's 20% relative to the customers that are spending money and getting cash back through those terminals. So a whole range of packages here. When you look at the pricing, you can see that the BOTM packages relative to the branded cards or the POS terminal are very competitively priced. You're paying typically around 300, 400, 500 euros to have that reseller license component. And so, for businesses that want to come on board, we're making it very attractive for them to become a reseller, simply because we know that's going to help us grow the business more quickly. So there you have it. This is on one slide, as I said, the overall business model. This is very much here designed to help existing team members, new team members, and also retailers that are looking to come on board to understand the overall business model. It's purposely brought together on one slide so you can see how everything relates to each other and to also act as a bit of an aid memoir. But you can see from the numbers there, the 11%, the 34%, and the 77%, we're seeing some quite significant growth here within the business. And we've, if you like, barely got started. We're now poised for quite massive growth across a number of different territories. And we're also expanding into new territories. The online world now is really going to open that up because we've got international retailers coming in here where we can be operating in any market or virtually any market. We don't need to have physical retailers on the ground to be introducing customers and operating in that market. And that's pretty powerful because as part of our expansion strategy, we will then be able to have customers starting to spend money through YuByYu before we even implement a single offline retailer through we or weeCONOMY. And we can actually use our data, if you like, on the customers spending money online to understand where to best target our efforts and focus our efforts around expanding into new markets. So now this is going to come together in a really strong way, and it's a really exciting time to be joining this business. So what I'll say in terms of close is if you're watching this video and you're wanting to get involved, basically go back to whoever shared this video with you, or get in contact with me. If you're watching the replay on this video, you can put your details in the question box, and I will then be able to get back to you, and I can organize some time with you around how you could best get involved. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, because we're always looking for people in emerging markets who are interested and serious about participating in this business. In these new territories, there's huge opportunity to participate and to benefit from this. So it doesn't really matter where you are in the world. If you've come across this video and just stumbled across it online, but by all means, get in touch with me. I'll be more than happy to share with you more around how you can get involved. So thank you again. My name is Stuart Murray, and I'm the business center leader for FlexCom in the UK, and I've got overall responsibility for implementing this within the UK and in and working in other territories as well. And I'm very excited to share this with you. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate you taking a little bit of time out to watch this. And I look forward to sharing with you more on future videos. And again, if you want to get in touch with me, you're more than welcome to do so. And I will happily discuss with you how you can benefit. So until then, thank you again, and speak to you. Look forward to speaking to many of you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.